Welcome to Larry's Library. And this week, I'm going to continue with the Jeff Lemire love, and I'm going to review Ascender the Deluxe Hardcover. Now, I should give you a little warning before I get into this one. This is totally going to be going to have some spoilers for Descender. So if you haven't read Descender, well, if you haven't read Descender, you shouldn't be watching an Ascender video anyway, because that is a total prerequisite. You will be completely lost if you buy Ascender and try to read it without having read Descender. That would be the way of madness. So don't do that. Now, if you have read Ascender, then please watch the video, because this one's about Ascender. And we'll get right into it. So this is a big, beautiful deluxe hardcover from Image, and it's 456 pages. It collects the entire run. This lists for $49.99, but of course, as always, you're a chump if you pay that. If you get it from In-Stock Trades, which is my recommended vendor, it's about $28.99, and it's still available as of the time of this shooting, and I'm a couple weeks ahead on these, so hopefully it's still out there. This is the this is the first round of printings for this one, so it should be around for a while, and hopefully it'll go back to press if this one does sell out. I don't know that it will. But anyway, yeah, the creators on this one is, of course, definitely one of the greatest currently working comic book writers, and that's Jeff Lemire. And the art is by Dustin Nguyen. So this one collects issues 1 through 18, the entire series. It was a single issue comic first, ran 18 issues, and it wraps up the story quite nicely, and including giving you a real conclusion to Descender, which did have an ending, but this one actually caps it all off nicely. This one introduces a couple of new characters to the series and to this awesome world, and one of them is Mila, the daughter of Andy and Effie from Descender. And it also introduces a new love interest for Telsa. I believe their name was Helda. I'm pretty sure that's right, Helda. Anyway, yeah, it's just a continuation, and it's a real joy to see all these characters brought back and to catch up on what's happened to them, because quite a bit of time has passed. I think about 10 years, if I recall right. Could be wrong on that. Didn't double check that, and it's not in my notes. But anyway, yeah, this is more of Andy, Effie, Telsa, Mizard, the old wizard guy that got introduced in book 2 of Descender. He's back, and Driller, and so is Bandit. And yeah, it's a joy to see him again. It's like old friends coming back. Yeah, as you can tell, I really enjoyed this. Now, the big departure here in this one, as opposed to Descender, is this one is mostly fantasy, because after the Harvesters pretty much took all the robots away, at the conclusion of Descender, the world was reintroduced to magic. And magic, I mean, there was a little magic in the universe at the end of Descender, because you did meet Mizard there, and he is a wizard, but of sorts. But here, magic permeates the universe, because most high tech is gone. There's some remnants of high technology still left, but virtually no robots, with the exception of Driller and Bandit. And more about that as you get into the book. I'm not going to give too many spoilers for this book here, because it is a fantastic tale, that's for sure. There is sorcery, there's vampires, yeah, some really slimy, awful vampires, hordes of them. There is a sort of a witch queen that controls all the vampires. It goes by the moniker of Mother. Yeah, it's some gruesome stuff in there too. It's good. It is fun. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to give too much of the plot away, but it is a delight, and you see some characters return you didn't think were going to return. Give you a little hint there. And it wraps everything up with a very satisfying, very positive ending, without giving too much away. But this is a real delight. Now, my criticisms of the artwork in Descender by Dustin Nguyen kind of definitely holds over here. And there's more of that very sketchy, kind of sloppy, at times muddy artwork that I had a little problem with. If you see my other review, and I will link it up and below, and somewhere you'll find it if you haven't seen that already. Check that out. But anyway, yeah, so if you was already a fan of Dustin Nguyen and you love his artwork, despite what this old guy has a problem with, then you're not going to have a problem with this one, and you're going to love it, because it's more of that same style. You know, to me, it gets a little Bill Sienkiewicz over the top sketchy at times. But overall, you know, I still loved it. And I'm just like I gave the other two Ascender books, I can easily give this 8 out of 10. And that's what I'm giving it. Yeah, that's my score, 8 out of 10 for this one. And I highly recommend it. If you have Ascender, or if you read Ascender, you got to get Ascender. Yeah, this is highly recommended. Check it out. And the story, like I said, these characters are beloved by now if you've already read Ascender. And seeing them continue is just, it's a joy. It's quite a joy. That's the best way I can describe this one. A fantasy epic that wraps up Ascender and that universe, and it's a joy. I hope you liked it, and I hope you like seeing some of this high-resolution artwork. And stick around. If you haven't already subscribed, please do that. And ring the bell to notify yourself so you don't miss out. And I'll see you in the next one.